Hey guys, this is Daniel.
And Matthew, and we are that
That
damn
damn
brand.
brand.
Here we are with episode 8 of our podcast, and we just wanted to, have an episode out there so you guys don't get lonely waiting for new content from us.
Yep, we don't want to leave you alone.
We don't want you to be without either of our smooth and sexy voices coming through your headphones into your brain pods.
We're speakers.
Yeah, that too. This is kind of a free form episode. We don't have too much of anything particular to talk about, but we do have a couple things we want to mention. So I guess I'll start by mentioning something that we somehow neglected during our PAX podcast, and that's a game called Coffence, as in like coffee and offense. It is a fighting game about coffee. And Daniel and I played this at PAX, and I believe his cousin and Josh did as well. And your cousin bought the game?
Yeah, I played against my cousin. You played against Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my cousin actually did end up buying the game the night that we played it.
Which was Saturday, because that was the day that he came. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I thought it was pretty fun actually. You would think that it just the premise sounds so outlandish, a coffee fighting game, but the way it works is that, your character stands on one end of the screen, like a typical fighting game, but you're carrying essentially a coffee cup, and you can like swing your mug around and block, and if you get attacked, you lose drops of coffee, and that's essentially your life.
Yeah, but you don't. I the way you lose it is not just you get hit and you lose it. If you get hit and a drop of coffee pops out and you have a chance to redeem it by jumping to it or it landing in your cup and you gain it back, but the opponent also a chance of catching it as well.
Right, and that actually is a pretty unique mechanic, I think, and at the very least, it's fun and interesting. That definitely shifted the momentum in my favor when I was playing Josh. I seem to remember him pretty much kicking my ass, and then I think I was on my last drop of coffee, and I used my special, and I was able to basically hit him a bunch of times and gain all the coffee back, and then he ended up losing. So,
And just for you guys, the specials actually consumes a drop of coffee, so you pretty much use your life
hmm
to try to take them out and maybe gain some back from them.
hey, it worked.
Well, I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying like I like the decision making. It's a risk. You can be rewarded for it. Those are the type of games I like. I like, because they require strategy.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I felt it was a really good game. When the guy first asked us, because we were the only ones there, no one else was at the booth at the time, so
Mm-hmm.
we're pretty much just walking by. He's like, "Hey, you guys want to play?" And I'm like, "Oh, all right, I guess." Just trying to be nice, but I actually ended up liking it. I thought it was a pretty, obviously it's not going to be taking any esports or anything, but I think it has a good combination of strategy and simplicity, so that it would be a good game that you can play when friends are over or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a fun like LAN game or like local co-op or whatever, local versus.
I think it's a good get together game.
Right.
It's not too uh hard, but it does have the element of strategy.
Yeah, it's like I think the saying is easy to play, difficult to master, or something like that. But I wouldn't say it's difficult to master.
Yeah,
It's
I'm like, I
just,
don't want to say difficult,
well,
but
I know, but I'm just saying that's what the saying. But
yeah.
yeah, something along those lines.
I did think the price for it was a little steep. $15.
Yeah, considering that it's an indie game and ultimately the amount of content that's in the game isn't a lot. I understand it's a fighting game, but there's I want to say at max there's six
There's
to
four
eight.
characters, I remember.
Was there only four? What was
I think it
that?
was only four, and I think they were all the same, just pretty much skinned, like just different,
Right,
like for people, like but the moves didn't change.
right. Essentially, it's the same. So yeah, with the basically the right now the content is lacking, and so for $15, even for an indie game, it just seems a little high, and I agree with you on that. But if it drops to like $5 or less during the let's say the summer sale on Steam, like I'll pick it up. I mean,
I think ten's a good number.
yeah, 10's probably about my upper limit. But yeah, that I can't believe we even let the game slip our mind when we were talking about PAX. But it's just it was our first time, and there was so much stuff that we saw and did, and we wanted to talk about that.
But
Some things get swept under the rug, I guess.
yeah, speaking of PAX, yeah, I'm gonna be doing something with Knights of the Drowned Temple. I'm really interested in that game. I'm probably gonna pick it up and do some sort of video review on it.
So be sure to look out for that in the future. Let's see. Other than that, I recently got a Steam key for a game called Descenders, which we featured on the site a couple of weeks back. It's a downhill, essentially like a mountain bike racing kind of game, but it isn't actually racing. Each course is procedurally generated, meaning that you can't memorize the track layouts and whatnot, and then expect to go back in each time and just play it flawlessly because it's random. But essentially, you're tasked with getting from point A to point B, and you get like side objectives or bonus objectives that you can accomplish. Some of them say like do two backflips. Another one will say get 5 seconds of air, that sort of thing. And you take jumps and go on ramps, jump off ramps, go downhill, around curves. You can get some really high speed. It reminds me a lot of Excite Bike, like from the original Nintendo, although obviously it's a more modern version of it, which I think is really cool. And the experience of going so fast on a mountain bike, like really fast downhill, it's kind of thrilling actually. But I'll have a review of that up on the site as well. So that's another thing to be on the lookout for.
Cool, cool. So Final Fantasy 15, which was 13 a long time ago, is finally coming out on PC. See, I don't own a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox, so I wasn't able to pick it up when it released on console, which I was a little disappointed because I've been waiting for that game for over 10 years. I remember being in high school, us talking about how there was supposed to be three versions of Final Fantasy 13, and that I graduated in 2006, so that would have been like 2005, 2004.
Right.
So I've been waiting for this game for a long ass time, pretty much. And I'm looking forward to playing it. I got my new monitor, so I'm looking forward to playing it in ultra wide 2K. I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm actually about to purchase it as we speak off GreenMan Gaming. If you guys don't know about GreenMan Gaming, it's a great site, and I'm not getting paid to say this. I pretty much check them every single time that I'm about to buy a game because I can normally find it cheaper there.
Yeah, we are not affiliated with GreenMan Gaming, but if they want to sponsor us or something in the future, I'd be not opposed to that because, like Daniel said, it's actually a really awesome site. I remember, I think it was 2015, we were looking into playing Elder Scrolls Online, and at the time it was retailing for like $40 or $50, like basically like a full price game, and Green Man had it on sale, and they also had a code to give you more. So I think we ended up paying like 12.50 for it or something at a time when it was like really expensive. So that was a hell of a deal.
Yeah, right now they have well they had, I think I missed it because Civ was on there too. Now that Civ's out, I think they done with the promotion. But they had a 25% off pre-orders or certain pre-orders, and Final Fantasy was one of them. Unfortunately, I missed that, but I think I can still get 20% off it, which is a $50 game, so 20% is $10. That's a huge saving for a game that's not even out yet.
Or that just came out.
Well, it's not out yet.
I thought it just came out, or was that?
No,
No,
come
that was 12.
yeah, 12, just the new 12.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Fair enough.
Yeah, it comes out in March.
Got you. Speaking of games that come out in March,
Yep, yep. I already timed it out. I can probably beat Final Fantasy and all its content before that one comes out.
and so the that one that Daniel is speaking of is Far Cry 5. We're basically salivating at the mouth to get our hands on it. Even though 4 kind of left a bad taste in my mouth because I ran into all kinds of crashes and, graphical issues and shit. I anticipate that stuff being fixed for 5, and I at least hope I'm able to play it and complete the game in co-op. Cause
Well, Ghost Recon was pretty good in terms of how it plays.
yeah,
Like, I remember when me being one of the hugest Tom Clancy fans, didn't want to get it
well, cause
because of those reasons.
I remember you just being like, it's not Ghost Recon because it's open world and like I don't know, it's more Far Cry than Ghost Recon. But
But I didn't know that at the time.
yeah.
I remember you buying it because you wanted to play it, but I didn't want to buy it because it was Ubisoft, and I was pissed at them.
What else is new?
But
Well,
yeah, I'm if Ghost Recon is a indication that they're getting their shit together, then I'm happy. About I think we're in a good spot. But Far Cry 4 was, kind of bad in terms of playability.
and it kind of sucks too because whenever I was able to get in and play, I actually did enjoy it. I've mentioned this to Daniel multiple times, so it's gonna sound like a broken record, but I really like bows in games like that. I don't like bows in games like Overwatch, like Hanzo. I'm not a Hanzo main or that sort of thing. But games that are like open world, kind of stealthy, like if I can use a crossbow or like a regular bow, like that's what I will use. And so in Far Cry 3, when it's very limited co-op, I busted my ass. I actually played some of the crappy ass multiplayer just so I could get a high enough level to unlock a bow to use in the quote unquote co-op modes that they had in Far Cry 3. And I think we only ended up playing that shit for like I don't know 2 hours total because they were so small and
Oh, Far
shitty.
Cry 3?
Yeah,
I think we beat them all.
well yeah, and that's what I mean. But it only took like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And so, because that's why I said quote unquote co-op. And then 4, it was like you could get a bow relatively like early on or something. You just had to have enough cash, that sort of thing. So I bought a bow, and it was really fun. Daniel and I coordinating like the assaults on the bases and like killing people with arrows and stuff. It was really cool. And then the game started crashing and having these glitches and graphical issues and shit. And then come to find out that the co-op, quote unquote, again in that game was stupid. I think it only saved progress for the host.
Yes.
So,
Well, would only save map progress for the host. The non-host, I don't know the term.
like joiner, second player, whatever.
Yeah, the invitee
Yeah.
gets character progress, but they don't get progress in their game. If that makes sense to people.
Yeah, so like I would help Daniel take out all these strongholds, and then I would load up my game, and I'd still have to redo those fucking strongholds because the progress didn't save in my game; it only saved in
Right.
his.
But he would still be of the higher level, so he would level up his abilities and his weapons and stuff, but his I guess the game progress itself wouldn't save, but the character progress would.
Yeah. What? But that's something that I'm pretty sure they said they're rectifying in 5. It's basically supposed to be co-op all the way through, like legitimate as co-op.
Which
So
is why I'm super excited. I played like probably halfway through 4. I forgot why I stopped playing. It's probably just something else came up. And I enjoyed it. But the whole time I was thinking it would be a lot more fun if I was playing co-op because that was the initial intention of us getting it.
yeah, exactly. It was fun because of like the random wild animal encounters, like the fucking honey badgers and rhinos, and like walking around knifing them and stuff. Like I don't know. But then whenever it's like Daniel's telling me, "Hey, you got a honey badger about to attack you," and I don't fucking see it. Next thing you know, I die, and I'm like, "What?" And then every time I die, it would crash. So it's like, yeah, 4 was a time. That's a thing.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to 5, and I'm probably gonna get it on GreenMan Gaming for 10, 15% off.
Well,
Un-
be on the lookout for those codes, cause if you can get a decent price, I'll pick it up there too.
Unfortunately, GreenMan does make it go towards Uplay.
It does what now?
It gives you a Uplay code, not a Steam code.
Oh, but I thought that's what you said you wanted.
It makes it so that well, I like Steam better. Like, obviously I'd rather be on Steam, but Uplay seems to have more deals because you can buy it, like they don't sell Steam codes for Ubisoft games. They only sell Uplay codes.
Right.
So if there's like a deal for the season pass on Amazon, then it would work. As of right now, how we're in the situation with Ghost Recon, how we have it on Steam, we can only buy DLC through Steam, and I don't like being limited into where I can. buy my stuff. But obviously, Steam is a superior platform.
Oh yeah, that's no question there. I don't think anybody would debate you on that unless they were just getting paid by, somebody who works at Ubisoft or something like.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a whole nother discussion there. If we want to get into that can of worms, talk about like the different platforms that are out there that have no fucking reason or purpose of existing. Like, had no idea that Epic Games had its own fucking thing now. Like, like because we got Fortnite, we had to fucking download the Epic Games launcher and then fucking download Fortnite into that. I'm like, what the fucking hell? Like, why? And then there's Uplay, there's fucking Origin. I mean, uh, shit, man. All y'all just need to hedge your bets and fucking put your shit on Steam.
Yeah, they don't take that big of a percentage. Then they can actually get your downloads right. You guys can't even manage your own fucking downloads.
What are you referencing specifically?
Splinter Cell.
Oh God, yeah, Splinter Cell, man. Tell him that story.
So I had Splinter Cell. I'm a huge Splinter Cell fan. Splinter Cell was probably my favorite game on the original Xbox, being Chaos Theory specifically. And so when they released Blacklist, I was excited because it was the first Splinter Cell after a long hiatus of the series. Well, we tried playing with each other because I've been playing single player. No, yeah, I was playing single player, and we kept trying to play with each other, and you would get an update, and they you played didn't I don't know if it does anymore, but it didn't at the time give you all the updates if you were multiple updates behind. It would give you the first update and say you're updated, then you can play whatever, but you're not playing on the most current version of the game. And for you to get like let's say there was 5 updates on Splinter Cell, I don't remember how many, but that was more than 3.
Mm-hmm.
Matt had to launch the game, get the first update, quit out of the game, launch the game to get the second update, quit out of the game, and we didn't know it was like that for the longest time. So we're trying to figure out why we can't play with each other, and the whole time is because we were on different versions of the game because you plays garbage.
Yeah, I had actually forgot it was that stupid until you mentioned it, and it all came floating back. Like, yep, yep, that's a lot of shit. I mean, even if we have to have our shit managed on Uplay 'cause for Far Cry 5, it's worth it if you get that, sweet, sweet $10 or $15 off.
Yeah, that's even more if we get the season pass one.
Yeah.
But all right,
Are you interested
and
in the season pass? Did you see what it comes with? The different missions?
I kind of am. I'm not interested if it's only multiplayer because I like multiplayer games, but Far Cry is not the killer multiplayer game.
Yeah, yeah. Far Cry 3's multiplayer was shit. I can't believe I put up with that. But no,
It's
like,
generic in my opinion.
yeah, it is. It really
It's
is.
like why does Tomb Raider have multiplayer?
Oh, well,
It's kind of
true.
like that.
Tacked on after the fact. But
Yeah.
what I was gonna say was the first. I want to try to remember all of them. I think one of them was set in Vietnam. One of
Yeah,
them,
there's one that's in Nam.
yeah, one of them set in Vietnam. The other one's set on Mars. And the other one, shit. Oh, zombies. Yeah, so there's Hours of Darkness, which is called players are, well, that's what's called Hours of Darkness. Players travel back in time to Vietnam. And then Dead Living Zombies, which is zombie B-movie scenarios. And then Lost on Mars, players will leave Earth behind to go toe to claws with Martian arachnids. That actually makes me vaguely reminded of Starship Troopers.
And the gold edition's only $30 more, not 40.
Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah, and then so since we're also talking about Far Cry, and just in case you're listening to this and you don't follow the website as intently, for the Far Cry 5 season pass, they're actually re-releasing Far Cry 3. They're calling it Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. I'm trying to see what kind of updates they really did to it, but
Yeah, because for PC it wouldn't matter.
because it already looked awesome and stuff.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if they don't do any updates, you can go buy Far Cry 3 on PC. It's the older count or the newer consoles that it would matter on because
Oh
I don't know.
yeah, 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 because it wasn't on Xbox One or whatever.
Yeah,
Right. That makes sense. But I don't know. I just feel like why if you haven't played through Far Cry 3 and you get Far Cry 5, then okay, that's cool. Like, you have a chance to experience the story. And I actually did play through Far Cry 3 and beat it, and it actually was a very good, very interesting campaign.
I never
Um,
played it. I have it. But I never played the story, so I'm kind of looking forward to if it's an enhanced version. If it's not, then I can just go. We can give it away on the site
yeah.
or
Well,
something because I
well,
already have it on PC.
I was gonna say unless it's tied to your Uplay account or something, but anyway.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If we're able to, we'll give it away. If not, who knows? But I mean, if it, so, it's worth it if you haven't played through it, sure. But to me, like I've already played through it, and I spent enough time in that campaign as it is. I'm thinking like, why am I gonna play through it again? Especially when you're just releasing five. Like I don't know, unless I get really bored of five really fast or beat it really fast. So who knows?
Oh, so the deluxe version of the game, it comes with a bow right off the back, I guess.
If I could have a bow off the bat, that'd be amazing.
And then the season pass day one is a sniper rifle, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh, so it's a sniper rifle and a bow?
It depends if you get the season pass day one, it's a sniper rifle. It's a day one exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
if you
and
but
if
the
you get
deluxe,
deluxe edition as a bow,
yeah, but the gold edition includes the deluxe edition.
so the gold
And
edition is and the season pass.
right,
Okay, so if you get the gold edition, you get bow and sniper.
correct.
Okay. So yeah, that sounds like that'd be our perfect combo right there. You fucking sniping them, me bowing them.
Yeah, that's how we played before.
Yeah. So, well, actually, I think you were using bow for a while too, just because it was silent. I don't think you had a
Nah,
suppressor
I
on
just
your sniper rifle for a while.
I didn't have one at all because I just didn't put it in the game.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I just was really, really far away. I learned how far
Before
the
like
sound is.
yeah, and then just
Yeah.
adjust for bullet drop or what have you.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well, so I think we'll move on from Far Cry now. Overwatch, Year of the Dog.
I'm stoked. I don't know. I kind of feel like these events get lose their little
Luster.
yeah, like so okay, Christmas skins are out now. We're chasing New Year skins and well, Chinese New Year skins, and I'm excited. There's more skins.
Yeah, but it just feels weird because they just released that cosmetic update like I don't know 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, the Blizzard world.
Well, yeah, so it's Blizzard World and then all the like the Blizzard theme skins like the
Right.
Barbarian Zarya and like the really cool Pharah that's like a Egyptian pharaoh, all that kind of stuff. And so it's we just got new skins and shit like that, and then here we are having a new event with ta-da new skins and new emotes and all that. So I mean it's cool. Anything that adds to the game, I'm a proponent of, especially if since we don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, and I think that's why they do it. Well, not that we had to pay for it. It's because there's a lot of those people who chase loot boxes and they end up buying them, which that's cool. If you're gonna throw in some things like that, give me free content and have the people who want to buy the shit buy the shit. I think everyone wins.
Yep, I agree. One of the things that when I mentioned, I know Daniel was like, "The hell?" They added capture the flag to competitive, and or they created their own capture the flag competitive mode, kind of like the Copa Lucio ball when that was around.
I'm still undecided on how I feel about that, but they did say that they made some tweaks to it in the video, and it does sound like it's in the right direction. So I will reserve my judgments.
I mean, I was very reserved, or I don't know if that's the right word, but definitely intrigued when they added it last year. Like when when Capture the Flag first came out, I'm like, how the hell is that gonna work in Overwatch?
I wouldn't say intrigued. I didn't like the concept of it, and then it didn't work out.
Yeah, I had fun with it for I don't know 2 matches until we kind of get to the fact that they're always like you mentioned to me always draw fests or whatever.
Yeah,
But I don't know. That was also a long time ago, back when my Reinhardt was amazing and before all these nerfs hit and blah blah. Like Mercy's supposedly dead now, so
I don't believe it.
I mean I don't know. I guess in terms of all the buffs that they hit her with, then
Yeah, I think people are overreacting. Mercy had a place before all the buffs. I played Mercy before all the buffs, and I did fine.
yeah, that is true. I've seen Daniel get play of the game with Mercy a bunch of times. So yeah, I guess that's probably it for Overwatch then too, right? Nothing particular you want to mention?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, so I guess that's gonna do it for this episode. I've been Matthew,
and I've been Daniel.
and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yep, do all that. Laters, do all that. Laters, do all that. Laters, do all